In this video, we're going to talk about overcoming your social anxiety, specifically with women, and even more specifically with the hottest women. My name is Jati Jones, and for a large part of my younger life, I struggled with social anxiety and extreme fear around beautiful girls. This fear resulted in me feeling like I was trapped inside an invisible prison that I couldn't get out of. I would look around and I would see other boys talking to girls effortlessly. I would see all these people socializing right in front of me. Like I felt like I could reach out and touch this reality, but I was trapped behind an invisible wall. And it felt like no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't overcome my fear. And I was a prisoner to my fear, meaning every time I wanted to step up and say something to a beautiful girl, my fear would talk me out of it. I would get nervous. I would get anxious. And other times when I was able to overcome the social anxiety, I would walk up to the girl or group of girls, but then I would be so nervous and insecure that I would just make a terrible impression on them because I was like insecure and timid and meek. And, you know, they were like, oh, what's the big deal? Why is this guy so nervous? And so then I would walk away, beating myself up, feeling like crap. And, you know, it was just a struggle with this low self-esteem. So you're watching this video because you can relate to that story. Maybe you're still going through that battle right now. Maybe you're in the battle of your life, trying to escape this invisible prison, and you're suffering in silence because, hey, let's face it, you're a man, and it's not socially acceptable for a man to be shy or to be scared to walk up to a girl. And so there's no one to really share this with. And that makes it all the worse because then, like me, what happened is like I had this tremendous struggle inside where I wanted to be one with girls more than anything in the world, but I was terrified of girls more than anything in the world. And then on top of that, I was ridiculed for like, oh, Jad, why are you so shy? Hey, just go walk up to her. Oh, no, it's no big deal. Why are you making this a big deal? Right? So the shaming, the unintentional shaming from people around me telling me basically, hey, you're not enough because you're shy. You're a man, you're a male. And so you shouldn't have this issue. And so then the shame builds, right? You build this shame inside. It gets worse and worse and worse because now it's like this deep, dark secret where on the surface you start playing it like, yeah, no, I don't really care about girls. No, I'm not really that social. I don't really care about going and meeting new people. You start playing it off like you don't care when really your soul, your masculine spirit is being torn inside. And then you have that battle and that shame and then, you know, all that. And then the insecurities building. And then all the while your life is passing you by. And your dreams are being shattered. And you wonder, am I ever going to escape from this fucking hell? Some men never escape. Some men commit suicide. Some men give up on their dream and just live a lonely existence for the rest of their lives. I contemplated quitting. When I was younger, had suicidal thoughts. I was in that dark hole. So I'm telling you my story so that you know, first of all, you're not alone. My number one student always reminds us of this in our mastermind calls. He says, Jad, and he says to the group, you know what? Just being able to share openly with other men what struggles I'm going through makes whatever problem I'm dealing with so much easier to deal with. So right now, by me sharing my story with you, I'm kind of trying to alleviate that pain of you suffering in silence, thinking nobody understands me, nobody knows I'm suffering. Jad, your bro, knows that you're suffering. I went through all the different things you're going through, the guilt, the shame, the beating yourself up and all that stuff, and the hopelessness. And so what I want to tell you is there is a way out of that prison. And we will start speaking of that today in this video. My mission is to help men break free from their prisons of fear. Excuse me, I'm going to be messing with the mouse here a bit. My mission is to help you break through your prison of fear, because there was nobody in my life to help me break out of my prison of fear. Now, did I have mentors along the way and guardian angel friends who helped me? Of course. Everybody who succeeds in anything, anybody who gets to the other side had help. I'm not saying that I didn't have help, but one person never gave me the complete package of information I needed to know to escape that prison. So I had to piece it together from all these different places, people, resources, and it took me many years. So now I have become the one resource that you can go to break free from this invisible prison of fear. What is our objective? Our objective is that you're able to confidently and joyfully walk up to the hottest women and talk to them in a cool, calm, relaxed manner. Okay? That's it. I want you to be able to step up to the most beautiful girls, have wonderful conversations with them where you make a great first impression, you represent yourself accurately because you're not overcome by fear, and then those women start feeling attraction towards you. So that's the shift that I made. I went from being a jumbled mess of anxiety and fear and insecurity when stepping up to girls, to getting to the other side where I got to a point where I could walk up to the women I wanted anytime, any place, anywhere. And when I stepped up to these drop dead gorgeous beauties, I was able to stay confident, cool, calm, and relaxed and trigger attraction in them. So where do we begin? First of all, is the first message I need to give you is that it is possible for you to break out of this prison. One limiting belief a lot of men have is, yeah, you know what? I believe that it may work for other people, but I'm a special case. You don't understand, Jad. I've been trying to break out of this prison for 10 years and I failed. So I'm a special case. Maybe what you're going to teach for other men is going to work, but it won't work for me because I'm an extreme case. No, my dear. I struggled for over 15 years. I don't know, long time. But the thing about Jad, your boy Jad, I'm stubborn as a mule. When I set my sights on something, I don't stop until either I get it or I die. My attitude is I'm going to figure this out or I'm going to die trying. Another attitude that I had, I was so in the dark. I looked myself in the mirror one day and I said, I'm willing to do whatever it takes and pay whatever price I need to pay in order to break out of this fucking prison of fear. And so then I went and I hired the mentors I needed to hire. I paid the money I needed to pay. I did the time, spent the time I needed to spend. I did whatever life asked of me in exchange for getting this result. Let me tell you a great parable. There was a commander who had an army, and they sailed to a foreign land to go and fight with another country, all right? When they reached the shores, the commander told the troops, burn all the ships. So the troops set all the ships on fire. And as the troops were all standing on the shores, looking at these burning ships, the commander said, you see those ships right there? Those were your only way back home. The only way you're ever going to see your homeland and your family again is if you win this war. So the first attitude you have to have when attacking this issue of fear paralysis is you need to burn your ships. Failure is not an option. There is no plan B. We've burned our ships and I'm going to get this handled come hell or high water. I'm going to get this handled or die trying. So that was a key attitude that I adopted, which allowed me to survive all the repeated failures, all the setbacks, and all the times I wanted to quit. I burned my ships. I made a definite decision. I'm going to get this handle. God help me or kill me. So, how do you overcome the fear of talking to beautiful women, approaching beautiful women, and how do you stay calm while talking to the hottest women? Now, that's a loaded question, and there's no way I can cover it in one video, but don't worry. I have written a book called Seduce with Integrity: How to Date the Women You're Truly Attracted to. This book isn't only generally focused on how to date, average women. This book specializes in getting you dating the women you truly want. One of the most common complaints I hear from men is, Jad, I can talk to most women, but then I lose my shit around the hot ones. I lose my nerve around the hot ones. Or Jad, I can get dates with, pretty good looking women, but I can never get the truly hot ones that I truly want. Well, I specialize in helping men attract their dream girls, the ones you truly want. Now, this book is 500 pages long and zero fluff, pure game. So what's in these 500 pages is your prison break formula. In this book, I have included all the different strategies, frameworks, mindsets, and stories that have helped me over the years, that helped me in my journey to finally break free from my social anxiety for good, where I got to a place where I can approach any woman anytime on command and stay relaxed. So, this book is not theory. This is rigorously field tested and proven frameworks that have worked in the real world, not just for me, but for hundreds of my students and for thousands, tens of thousands of my YouTube followers over the years. Over 13 million views, by the way. I think we're at 14 million now. Okay, so nothing in this book is theory. So while you're scratching your head like, how can I overcome my social anxiety? How can I break from my prison of fear? Another title of this book, instead of Seduce with Integrity, another title that I have for this book is Prison Break. Okay, this is really what this book is about. I could just have called it Prison Break: How to break free from your social anxiety and walk up to any woman, anytime, anywhere, including the hottest ones. Okay, that could be another title of this book. So, I wrote this book. It took me 8 years to write this book, and there is 30 years worth of game in this book. And it is an instruction manual, a way out. If you know the old TV show Prison Break, then this is the map to get you out of the prison. Okay, the blueprint. And if you follow the blueprint, you'll break out of the prison. This is a blueprint for you. It's available on Amazon, and it's everything that I learned on how to overcome this fear that trapped me. Okay, so if you're stuck behind invisible bars or feel like you're stuck behind an invisible wall, when it comes to the hottest women, which is the case for most of you, the answer is in this book. What I tell guys is, don't be the sucker that missed this book. One of the most common phrases I hear, I do coaching. I coach guys usually for anywhere from 3 to 6 months, some guys even 9 months to a year. Lately, the coaching has been more like on a 6-month period because there's more support that way. I like it better. And at the end of our coaching, I've helped guys get their wives, fiancés, dream girls, guys who just want to have like multiple partners, all that good stuff, right? Whatever you want. At the end of my coaching, I always ask guys, so what's your feedback? How was the coaching? What did you think? And I always hear the same soundbite for years. Jad, I wish I had done this coaching 3 years ago. Jad, I wish I reached out to you 5 years ago. Jad, I really wish I had hired you 2 years ago. My life is so much better, and I just wasted that time trying to get free stuff online. I should have just worked with you, got this handled, and my life is so much better now. So don't be the guy that says, I wish I did this 3 years ago or 5 years ago. Take action now. Either reach out to me, check out the description box if you want coaching, or if you just want to try to go at it alone, grab the book. It'll tell you everything you need to know to break out of this dreaded prison. There is an answer. You're not alone. The answer is either in the coaching or in this book. Okay, like, oh, by the way, side note, I recommend you buy the hardcover copy, meaning like not the floppy one, like the hardcover, because you're going to be studying this book for at least a year. Use it as a reference guide. It'll be a much better user experience. I don't make any extra money whether you buy the floppy paper or the hardcover, but it's for you. Okay, so spend the extra $5 or whatever, get the hard copy. You'll have a better user experience that way. If you like the video, bro, you know what to do. Subscribe, recommend it to your friends, like, and check out the description box for all the resources that you need. You, yes, you can break free from this prison of fear. No matter how long you've been stuck. The answers are in this book. Same answers I've given my clients. They've broken free. You can too. Let's go. Peace.